Last week on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? This professional poker player got to the million-dollar question.
For $1 million.
But even he didn't have the guts to take the gamble.
Calling it quits at $500,000.
But he did walk away with the biggest fifth grader payout yet.
$500,000.
Tonight, witness as the #1 game show in America brings this military man to tears. Are they tears of joy or pain?
No!
I'll give you a hint. He's going for the million.
$1 million.
And he might just pass out from the pressure. Will he break the $500,000 record? Find out right now on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Grown-ups a chance to win $1 million. All they have to do is prove that they are smarter than a fifth grader. It's that easy. All right, let's meet our class. Kyle, Jacob, Alana, Spencer, and Marty. Well, you know, in most schools, if a child is not there, it means they're sick. In our classroom, Laura, who was at that desk, got a call from the Fox network, and she is on a new sitcom, and so Marky is our newest member of the classroom. Are you having fun so far, Marky?
Yes, a lot of fun.
Well, we sure are glad to have you. You guys ready to meet our first student?
Yeah!
He is a 26-year-old watch salesman who attended Conway Middle School in Orlando, Florida. Welcome, John Zole. John, welcome to the show. You're in a good mood today,
I'm in a great mood.
And I'm guessing this is a photo of you when you attended Conway Middle School?
Yes, yes it is.
And apparently borrowed your sister's shirt for picture day. And it says your most embarrassing moment in the fifth grade was you were beaten up by the neighborhood bully, Tiffany.
Thanks, Jeff.
You got beat up by a girl?
Yeah,
I got beat up by a girl.
All right, John, these are your new classmates. They're going to be taking the same test you're taking. Pick one of them, and let's get started.
Kyle.
Kyle, come on up here.
Let's do this, buddy.
John, let me tell you how this little game works. On the board, you're going to see 10 subjects. They range from first grade through the fifth grade. You can pick them in any order you like. Your first correct answer is worth $1,000. The 10th question, should you answer it correctly, is worth $500,000. Yeah. John, once you ace this test, we're going to give you one more question. It will be worth $1 million. $1
million.
If at any point the fifth grade gets to be too difficult today, you can drop out of school. You can take the money and run, but before you leave, I want you to promise me you'll look into that camera and tell millions and millions of people I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
I'll do it.
We got a deal.
We got a deal.
Let's find out. Is John Zole smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah!
All right, John. 10 subjects. We got to get them all if we're going to win $1 million. Pick your first one.
What are you good at, Kyle?
Social studies, science, geography, and history.
Social studies, science, geography, and history. Kyle said.
I think I'm good at social studies. I think we'll go with first grade social studies.
First grade social studies. All right, John. The $1,000 question is, what is the name of the following landmark which is located in our nation's capital? What is the name of the following landmark which is located in our nation's capital? Now, I told you your classmates could help you. Let me tell you how. You have two cheats. You can peek off of their paper once during the game. You can copy their paper, and you have one save, which means if you're wrong, but your classmate at the podium's right, they save you, and we keep going on down the road. Kyle has locked in his answer. What you thinking, John?
Ooh, well, there's quite a few monuments in Washington, D.C.
There are.
And I think I'm gonna go with the Washington Monument.
Here's the good news. If you're wrong and Kyle's right, he can save you. But he doesn't have to, because you're right, you got
$1,000, baby. That's what I'm talking about, Kyle.
$1,000. That's what I'm talking about. 1,000's good. 2,000's better.
Even better.
2,000's better. Pick another subject, John.
I'm gonna go with first grade grammar.
First grade grammar. Here is the $2,000 question, John. True or false? The word monsters is the subject in the following sentence. The idea of monsters living under his bed kept Kyle awake at night.
What?
True
I'm not
or
scared of
false?
monsters.
The word monsters is the subject in the following sentence. The idea of monsters living under his bed kept Kyle awake at night.
Uh-oh.
Kyle has locked in his answer. The first grade is a little rough.
The idea of
I mean, this is a question that's normally answered by people who can stick their whole arm in a box of cereal and pull the prize out of the bottom.
I could do that. And I like doing that.
I could do that. I could stick my entire arm in a box of cereal.
I think I'm gonna take an educated guess here, Jeff, and I'm gonna say false.
The answer's false. You got $2,000. You gotta pick another classmate now, John. Kyle's gotta return to the room.
I'm gonna go with Marky.
Marky, come on up here. All right, as the newest member of the class, has the rest of the class been nice to you?
Yes.
Being the new kid? I would hope so. You want to see something funny?
Yes.
We have a surprise video from his school. I heard that John was a band geek in school.
Not. Oh.
Here is the band. Take a look, John.
Hey John, I'm Keith Nichols, the band director at Conway Middle School, home of the proud and positive Falcons. We're here to support you in your quest to win $1 million. Here's a little school spirit from Orlando, Florida. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's our theme song. That's our theme song, John.
Yes!
Thank you, Conway Middle School.
No, I can't let him down.
You can't.
I can't.
You got 2,000. I got a feeling they want to see you go further than that. Pick another subject. Let's turn it into 5,000, John.
Let's go with second grade measurements.
Second grade measurements. For $5,000, our question is, Jacob left his home for school at 7:45 a.m. and returned home the same day at 3:45 p.m. How many hours was he gone? Jacob left his home for school at 7:45 a.m. and he returned home the same day at 3:45 p.m. How many hours was he gone? It says on your card you're a watch salesman.
I am.
I mean, this is right up your alley. You're a
It
watch
is.
salesman.
It is.
Marky has locked in her answer.
8:45, 9:45, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 1:45, 2:45, 3:45.
You need another hand?
Yeah, make sure I
Okay.
I think I'm gonna answer it myself, and I'm gonna say 8 hours.
You got $5,000. We'll be right back playing for $10,000 right after this.
Coming up on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Jumping John skipped past the first grade, but now things are getting pretty tough.
You're gonna give me a heart attack.
Can John sweat it out all the way to $1 million?
I better win $1 million.
Don't miss it.
Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Our contestant, John Zole, has got $5,000. We are about to play for $10,000. 7 subjects remaining. Pick one of them, John.
Let's go for second grade animal science.
Second grade animal science. For $10,000, John, here is the question. The female of what animal is called a ewe? The female of what animal is called a ewe? Marky has locked in her answer. Do you think you know the answer?
I do think I know the answer, Jeff. I'm gonna say sheep.
No other animal on the farm crossed your mind?
No.
You have $10,000.
Yes!
A ewe is a female sheep.
Thank you, Marky.
Marky has to return to the classroom.
You're gonna give me a heart attack.
We are playing for $25,000. You need to pick another classmate.
Jacob.
Jacob.
I like orange, Jacob. I like your shirt.
John, you brought some people here today to root for you?
I did.
Who do you have?
I have my beautiful wife, Stacy.
Hi, Stace. How far you think he's going to go today?
We're going to $1 million so we can get a boat.
$1 million. You get a boat.
Yeah!
You got 6 subjects left for us to work our way to the top of this ladder.
We're going with third grade U.S. geography.
Third grade U.S. geography. All right. For $25,000, here is the third grade U.S. geography question. The following is an outline of what U.S. state? This is an outline of what U.S. state? Jacob locked in his answer. What you thinking?
I'm thinking Nebraska. Give it up. 25 grand! 25 grand! Woo! What are you thinking? Yeah!
You pretty confident with that answer?
I am very confident in that answer.
Almost cocky.
Yes, you're very cocky.
Cocky.
I'm a gifted student, Jeff. Come on.
Well, here is a little gift for you. You got $25,000.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Yes! 25 grand! 25 grand!
John, you are jumping
Yes!
around like a cricket on a hot plate.
For $50,000. Pick another subject, John.
Let's go with fourth grade world geography.
Fourth grade world geography. The fourth grade world geography question is,
50 grand, 50 grand.
Bern is the capital of what European country? Bern is the capital of what European country? Jacob is locked in. He answered quickly. You could peek at his paper. You don't have
This
to go
is too
with
much
it.
money to risk just going for it, so I'm gonna use my peak.
Peek. The question, Bern is the capital of what European country? Your 10-year-old classmate said Switzerland.
I sell watches.
You sell
They're
watches.
all made in Switzerland. Probably something I should know,
If that's the right answer.
if it's the right answer.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I'm gonna say Switzerland and go with Jacob's answer.
Let's see what the class said. The class said Bern is the capital of what European country? Sweden, Switzerland, Switzerland, Switzerland. The answer, Switzerland!
Thank you very, very much.
Jacob has got to return to the classroom. We are down to 4 subjects. You only have 2 classmates left. You only have 4 subjects left. Pick one of them. Let's go after it.
Alana!
Alana.
Yeah!
Alana, there's only 4 subjects left. If you had to help him with 2 of them, which 2 would you pick?
Astronomy, and that's pretty much it.
Astronomy, and that's pretty much it.
3rd grade astronomy it is.
3rd grade astronomy.
For $100 grand. Oh my God.
The $100,000 question is coming up when we come back.
Coming up, has our military man finally lost his mind? Find out what brings this former band geek to his knees and has him saying, or are you smarter than a 5th grader when we return?
Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Our contestant, John Zole, has got $50,000. We're getting up in the big money. You selected 3rd grade astronomy. The $100,000 question is, true or false? Light is the only thing that can escape a black hole. True or false? Light is the only thing that can escape a black hole.
You know what?
Alana's locked in.
Jeff, light is very quick. But not even light can escape a black hole. False. I'm pretty sure on that one.
Alana thinks that you're right because she said the same thing, so she cannot save you.
Ooh.
How did you come up with that answer?
50-50? Come on!
50-50 is the way you selected false?
I
So
think I'm right.
fast. I mean, we didn't even talk about the strategy.
That's the first thing that popped into my head.
Would you get excited if I said you had $100,000?
I bet, yeah, that's a pretty good certainty.
How high would you jump?
Probably high enough to hurt myself.
Let's see it, because you got $100,000.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Love, baby, love! Love, love, love! Woo! Woo! $100,000! Woo!
John, we're playing for $175,000. You have one fourth grade question. You have two fifth grade questions remaining. John, before I ask you this question, because I'm learning, you have a copy left. You have a save left. Or you can walk away. Let's talk about this before you slap the silver button, all right? Because $100,000 is a lot of money, John.
$100,000.
What are you going to do with this kind of money?
I'm gonna buy us a custom 35-foot-long pontoon boat.
Really? A party boat.
Redneck Yacht Club.
Redneck Yacht Club. Woo. You can do that with $100,000.
I can.
With 175, you can throw some nasty parties on that thing. Pick a subject. What you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm.
Ask your wife?
Yes.
What do you think, Stacy?
History.
History, she said.
I'm gonna go with my 5th grade U.S. history.
John, the $175,000 question is, what man who would later be U.S. president represented the British soldiers who were on trial for the Boston Massacre? What man who would later be U.S. president represented the British soldiers who were on trial for the Boston Massacre? Alana locked in her answer.
I used to know this too.
Used to know it.
Used to know it. It flew
Like
away.
my mother always said, your father used to be an attractive man. Don't hit the button.
I'm not gonna hit the button.
If you were to go with your gut,
Pockets.
what would you say?
If I had to pick an answer, I would say John Adams. If I had to.
You're a daring guy. It says
am.
on your card you also fly a helicopter.
I do. I'm a helicopter pilot.
You've been in the military.
Yep. This is
Couple
scarier.
of tours of duty, actually. And this is scary.
Yeah.
The 5th grade.
Well, it had to be one of the first couple presidents. Had to be Jefferson wrote the Independence. Was it Adams? Oh, John Quincy Adams. John Adams.
Talk it out. What are you thinking? You're a smart guy. What are you thinking?
I think it's got to be one of the first couple of presidents. Either, you know, I know it's not George Washington, but Thomas Jefferson is a maybe, but I don't think it's him either. I keep wanting to say John Adams, but I'm not sure if that's right.
Yeah, it couldn't have been Washington because he never told a lie, so he couldn't have been a lawyer.
And even if it is John Adams, I know there was John Adams and John Quincy Adams, and if I had to pick one, I have no idea.
They've got a prom to get to in just a few years.
You know, Jeff, I'm here for the money, and I got a save left, so I'm gonna say John Adams. Pray to God, pray to God, please, please.
Stacy,
Did I really just do that?
he just said, did I really just do that? You were saying, do not take a guess.
I was saying that.
And what did he do?
He always does the opposite of what I say. I should have known.
That's called being a husband. He just took a guess.
He sure did.
You said
Oh, come on.
John Adams, you said if you don't get it right, maybe Alana could save you. Let's see what Alana said. Alana said James Madison.
Ooh, that sounds better.
You like hers better? If you had it to do all over again, you would have said James Madison.
Probably.
If you had it to do all over again and you said James Madison, John, you would be wrong.
No.
The answer to what man would later be U.S. president represented the British soldiers who were on trial for the Boston Massacre is coming up when we come back.
Up next on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? How much more can one man take?
Always one more.
Somebody stop him! No! When will Big Bad John call it quits?
Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Our contestant, John Zole, has decided to answer the $175,000 question. You said, well, I'm gonna guess, and if I'm wrong, maybe Alana could save me.
She's wrong.
The question is, what man would later be U.S. president represented the British soldiers who were on trial for the Boston Massacre? She said James Madison. You said, ooh, I like that answer better. I told you she was wrong. Let's see what the class said. These guys can't save you either, but for giggles, let's see what they said. I don't know. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Washington. Did you think of Thomas Jefferson?
I thought about him, but I didn't think it was him.
Okay. You didn't think. I was shocked that you decided to guess at this question. You said John Adams. The answer to what man would later be U.S. president represented the British soldiers who were on trial for the Boston Massacre is John Adams.
Oh my God! I don't know how much I got left in me, Jeff.
You don't know how much you've got left in you. Alana has got to return to the classroom. We're down to the last two subjects. Spencer,
I will try to help as much as I can.
your wife is crying.
I'm gonna cry.
Stacy, what do you want him to do at this point?
Walk away.
Walk away.
Just one more. One more. Always one more.
In the words of a true junkie, just one more. I want to see you win $1 million.
I would.
You can see the question
I could.
and still walk
And
away.
walk away.
Pick a subject.
Well, I think we're gonna go with 5th grade literature.
Listen to the question carefully before you answer.
Back away from the button.
Back away from the button. The $300,000 question is, Mark Twain is the pseudonym of what famous American author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? Mark Twain is the pseudonym of what famous American author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? I almost said hound. Spencer has locked in his answer.
I'm considering my first gut instinct, which was to yell copy and smack the button as hard as I could. And I grabbed my wrist because I didn't want my wife to come flying out of the audience.
How long you been married?
2 years.
You learn quickly.
Yes.
You have a copy left.
I do have a copy and a save.
You have a save left.
I would hate to walk away and waste my cheats when I could go further.
Leaving here with a cheat on the board is a dilemma,
It is.
but it's not a shame.
You know,
Giving back $150,000 is a shame. You want a second to think about this?
Yes, I do.
All right. We're going to find out whether John Zole goes for $300,000 when we come back.
Coming up next, the most emotional night of television continues. Will John make his wife proud by dropping out?
Do we need to call the school nurse?
Or is he bound for glory?
$1 million.
The craziness continues when Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader returns.
Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Our contestant, John Zole, has seen the $300,000 question. The question is, Mark Twain is the pseudonym of what famous American author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? You said you wanted to think about it, so we went to a commercial. Your eyes are tearing up. We've reached the hour of decision. I want you to win $1 million. I don't want to see you give money back. You've got your copy left. You could copy his paper. He answered quickly. And he's a smart kid. You've got a save left. Or you could walk out of here right now with $175,000. What are you thinking? Do you have anything coming to your mind on this one?
A great American general once said, advance, advance, never retreat. I'm going to copy. All or nothing, man. It's all or nothing.
John, does Samuel Clemens ring a bell?
I like Samuel Clemens. That rings a nice big bell.
That's because it's the right answer. All that matters now is what this 10-year-old with the freckles wrote down.
Woo!
For $300,000, show us what Spencer wrote. He said, Samuel Clemens!
Yes! Thank you very much. Yeah! 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 Start, sir!
John, here's the problem. Spencer is now so dizzy he can't help you anymore.
We're in the same boat then.
John, when we started this quiz, there were 10 subjects. We're down to 1.
Just another test. Just another
John,
test.
you have now used both of your cheats. You only have your save left, okay? That's a good thing to have.
It is.
This question is worth $500,000.
$500,000. $500,000.
$500,000.
That's nothing.
I want to see you leave here with at least 300 grand.
300 grand.
Do not hit this too quickly. The 10th question on this quiz is a 4th grade math question.
I've never been so scared.
Were you good at math?
I'm decent at math.
Decent at math.
Not great, but not horrible. I got 10 fingers, and I might have to take off my shoes.
I've seen that before. And I'm really hoping we don't have to count to 21.
Multiples of 10.
John Zole. The $500,000 question is, what is the sum of 11.5 and negative 14? What is the sum of 11.5 and negative 14? Spencer has locked in his answer. What you thinking, John?
I'm thinking that I have to go backwards. Because once numbers hit 0, they start going higher, a little hyphen in front of them.
Count it out loud.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and plus 12 would be minus 2, but it's 11.5, so it's going to be negative 2.5. $500,000! $500,000! With the save.
John, that was the most bizarre display of hillbilly arithmetic I have ever seen in my life. I'll tell you this.
14, 13.
He can't save you. You know why?
God.
Spencer said
13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
negative 2.5 with 2 question marks. How many question marks did you have after your answer, John?
None. One of them gut things.
One of them gut things. You seem to do that a lot. You said you wanted a 35-foot boat. Your wife's about to throw up. I got some bad news. You need a bigger garage because you're going to have to buy a bigger car. You've got $500,000, John. Good job.
Oh my God. How do I really have $500,000, Jeff?
Huh?
Do I really have $500,000?
You have $500,000.
$500,000.
You have $500,000, John. Do you need to sit down?
Yes.
You need to sit down. Jacob, can you sit at you? There we go.
Here, go ahead, Ben, you can use my desk, come on.
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do we need to call the school nurse?
Carmen up.
Hey, do me a favor.
What do you need, Jeff?
Tell me what the board says.
$1 million question.
It says $1 million question, and we're gonna see it when we come back. John. We are playing for $1 million. All right. Let's set this up. Our 26-year-old watch salesman has answered all 10 questions on the quiz. We are down to the, say it with me,
$1 million question.
John, up until this point, you were allowed to see the question and then decide if you wanted to walk away or not. With the $1 million question, I can show you the subject, but if you decide to see the question, you must answer. If you answer this question incorrectly, you don't walk out of here with $1 million, you walk out with $25,000. What are you thinking right now?
I want to see the subject only right now.
The subject only. The subject of the $1 million question is 5th grade math.
Oh, I might be able to do this. I might be able to do this. Oh.
5th grade math. Now, you did good on the 4th grade math question.
I did.
You did.
I did.
It was funky math. But you got it right.
$1 million. $1 million. 500.
No help from the fifth graders. No cheats. Just you and a fifth grade math question.
For $1 million.
For $1 million.
$1 million.
Or you can walk out of here with $500,000.
I got $500,000. And I have a beautiful wife who I would like to go sleep in the same house with tonight. And I'm dropping out of school, Jeff. I'm done.
John, you got $500,000. I gotta tell you, you have been as fun as anybody we've ever had on the show.
Thank you very much.
For giggles.
Oh, no.
Do you want to see the question?
Yes, I do.
You do. For giggles. Because you almost did it, didn't you?
I did.
Almost went.
My gut said smack the button.
Your gut says smack the button every time. John, the $1 million question would have been, what is the only prime number that is a factor of 16?
$500,000, baby.
Do you know the answer to this?
No, I do not.
The only prime number that's a factor of 16 is 2.
2.
John Zole, you have got
$500,000.
All right, John, you remember the one little promise you made me so long ago here?
Yes, I do, Jeff.
There's the camera.
My name is John Zole. I fly helicopters. I've been around the world. I'm worth $500,000, and I am not smarter than a fifth grader. But you got $500,000.
We'll see you next time on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Next week on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Warning, the following contestant may cause excessive excitement and laughter. Don't miss next week when Adam the Moneymaker comes face to face with our 7-figure cash prize.
Up there.
Will he make a $1 million mistake or become our first millionaire? It's all next week on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?